Today we are going to do a quick video on how to replace a handle on a Stag EKG. The reason why you'd want to do this is because you might have broken off this little piece of the handle right here, or you might want to change to a wooden handle or a different handle or whatever it is. But if you find my videos helpful, go ahead and please subscribe. If you're looking for a part or looking for buying this kettle, please use one of my affiliate links below. These give me a small commission at no extra charge to you, which will continue to help me do videos and reviews of different products. You can also check out my review of this kettle in comparison toward the Bonavita dual temp kettle. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So the first thing you're going to need here is a pair of pliers. Right on the inside here is this little silicone piece, and that needs to come out. So what I do is I just kind of push the pliers up toward the handle and I kind of pinch that and pull it out. You don't really have to worry too much about this piece because you're not keeping it. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need this little, some kind of Phillips head screwdriver. I just had a bike tool laying around next to me, so that's kind of what I grabbed. And inside there you can see, maybe you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but basically inside here is a Phillips head that you kind of need to get out, which is very, very tricky to see on the inside there. It's kind of hard to line up, but you'll feel it kind of, the head of the screwdriver getting into that screw, and you'll loosen that right off. Maybe. We're getting there. Alright, and you got that little piece off, and this kettle is completely taken care of. So all of this handle's off, the screws off, all that fun stuff. When you buy a replacement kettle handle, these are, I believe, $10. I think it was $13 to ship it. It's basically everything you need to replace this handle. So you got a brand new handle here, and you can see this little part that I broke off on the old one, which I could have glued back, but I just decided for $10 to buy a new handle. But pretty much identical. You need to have one of these because it's weighted. This comes in either the copper color or the silver color. I wanted the copper color, but they're out of it, so I stuck with the silver color. The reason I wanted the copper color is because I thought it would be cool to have that little accent that would match my flare. Inside of this, you got a screw and a couple washers, which you really don't need because you're pulling out the old screw, but just for the sake of it, we are gonna replace all of these we're gonna replace it with all new hardware. Oh, maybe we're not. I just dropped a piece on the floor. So in other words, we are gonna take this old one, and you're just gonna make sure you have the bigger washer on the outside and the smaller washer on the inside, and you are just gonna slide it in there. Get your Phillips, and you are going to tighten it, and we'll see how kind of difficult this is when you can't see it, but they really did a good job of designing this kettle, and it goes on pretty quick. I've been really happy with this kettle. It's done a great job over the past 2 years that I've had it, and that was a simple handle replacement. It feels great. Feels exactly like the old one, to be honest. And then since I kind of destroyed that other piece of rubber, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the brand new one, since I kind of, well, actually that still looks pretty darn good for taking some pliers to it a couple times. There's a little dent in there, but not too bad. So I'm gonna put this in, and there's a certain way to do it to kind of line it up with what it's supposed to be. Let's see here. Oh, that's nice. So I don't know if you can see that inside here. You probably can't. I'm trying to get it as close as possible, but it's not in there. But basically there's a little tiny rivet, or there's a little tiny piece in there that allows this to only go on one way. So you see how there's an edge on that right there, where it just slides in. So that edge is at the bottom, and you're just going to simply slide in. And I'm doing this tutorial simply because, not because anybody asked for it, but simply because I had to do it myself. So I figured out, might as well just do it. And it's a really simple thing. They did this very, very well to kind of redesign this kettle. I'm looking forward to putting the wood one in there, but they have this nice little knob that you can also replace if you need to, and that just screws off nice and simply. So they did a very good job of being able to replace everything so easily on this kettle. Obviously outside the spout, so if you drop it, things like that. Very happy with this kettle. I think it was a great deal. It's expensive, but I think for as much as I use a kettle, which is 2-3 times a day, I think it was well worth the investment. The only con that I have, which isn't a con really in the kettle, is that it pours super slow, which is if you're like filling up a pot or something like that, it gets kind of to be a pain. Because it pours so slow versus a normal kettle without a gooseneck pours a lot faster. But it does give you great control. I love the weighted handle. Everything is super comfortable. I love how quickly and easily it was to be able to replace this entire handle, and how cheap it was for just as simple as an issue it was. But it was bothering me when I was holding that, like it's right at the edge of my hand, versus that little piece just makes it that much more comfortable for me, and that kind of surprised me about how much that little bottom part made a difference. But if this video was helpful at all to you, or if it wasn't, please support me by subscribing. Check out some of my other videos. I review quite a bit of the flare and a few grinders here and there. Always continuing to make videos and continue to do so, but your subscription will help me in supporting me making those videos, as well as using my affiliate links below if you're looking at purchasing a kettle or something, where I make a slight commission at no extra charge to you. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.